The Adventures of Pete the Airplane. Pete was thrilled as the sunlight reflected off his shiny blue exterior. Today wasn't just any ordinary day, it was a day filled with promise and purpose. Carrying the president to North Carolina was no small task, and Pete couldn't wait to discover what made this state so special. As they touched down in Raleigh, the wheels of Air Force One screeched softly against the runway. In a flash of magic, Pete transformed into his animated self. His engines hummed with excitement, an adventure was about to begin. A welcoming voice called out, and Pete turned to see a cheerful helicopter hovering nearby. Terry-Lynn, with her colorful rotor blades, seemed as lively as the state Pete was about to explore. Pete's eagerness was contagious. He knew Terry-Lynn had something exciting planned, and he couldn't wait to spread his wings and learn all about North Carolina's treasures. Their first destination was the legendary Outer Banks. As they approached, the salty breeze danced around them, carrying the sound of waves crashing onto golden shores. Terry-Lynn's voice was filled with pride as she recounted the story of the Wright brothers' historic flight. Pete imagined the moment, a rickety plane lifting off the ground for the very first time. The birthplace of aviation, Pete whispered in awe. He couldn't help but feel a connection to the place where flying dreams first took off. Their journey continued west to the Great Smoky Mountains. Clouds swirled gently around the peaks, creating a mystical, otherworldly view. Pete admired the hikers below, tiny dots against the vast greenery. He felt a sense of calm as the majesty of the mountains reminded him of how big and beautiful the world truly was. In Charlotte, the city buzzed with energy. Skyscrapers stretched toward the heavens, and Pete's curiosity soared even higher. The NASCAR Hall of Fame stood as a monument to speed and precision. Pete imagined racing alongside the fastest cars, his engine roaring in excitement. As they hovered over the speedway, the roar of engines filled the air. Pete could almost feel the thrill of the race, dreaming of zooming past the finish line. At the Research Triangle Park, Terry-Lynn spoke of innovation and discovery. Pete marveled at how the human imagination could transform ideas into incredible inventions. The sprawling campuses brimmed with activity, inspiring Pete to think about all the ways North Carolina shaped the future. In Wilmington, the river glistened under the sun. The town's historic charm felt like stepping into a storybook, and Pete was eager to learn its tales. The battleship North Carolina stood proudly in the water. Pete imagined the bravery of sailors who once called it home, defending their country with unwavering courage. Every landmark carried a story, and Pete soaked it all in. North Carolina's history was alive, vibrant, and filled with heroes. On the Blue Ridge Parkway, Pete's sensors tingled at the sight of breathtaking vistas. Every twist and turn revealed nature's masterpiece. The vibrant leaves painted the landscape in hues of gold, orange, and red. Pete wished he could bottle up the beauty to share with others. At the bustling farmers' market, the aroma of fresh produce filled the air. Pete admired the dedication of farmers who brought the land's bounty to life. The vibrant stalls were filled with the colors of the earth. Pete imagined himself picking sweet potatoes and learning how each crop was grown. The state fair buzzed with laughter and cheers. Pete couldn't decide what to marvel at first, the towering Ferris wheel, the thrilling rides, or the delicious smells of fair food. Pete felt a wave of joy as he absorbed the energy around him. The fair was a celebration of community, a perfect end to a remarkable journey. As the adventure wrapped up, Pete turned to Terry-Lynn with gratitude. Every stop had been unforgettable, and he couldn't wait to share what he'd learned. Terry-Lynn's words warmed Pete's heart. North Carolina had welcomed him with open arms, and he knew he'd always carry a piece of it with him. As Pete transformed back into Air Force One, his engines hummed with satisfaction. Another incredible adventure was under his wings. As the plane ascended, Pete gazed down at the state that had given him so many memories. He whispered a quiet promise to return one day. With the stars beginning to peek through the sky, Pete soared onward. He knew the world was full of wonders waiting to be explored, and his next adventure was just around the corner. And so, Pete's North Carolina journey ended, but the stories he discovered would live on. For Pete, every flight was more than a journey, it was a chance to connect with the heart and soul of a place.